Yes. I know. I'm late, but I was just too busy celebrating the Ravens finally getting one in the win column. Let's get it. Let's go.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White rap for the beat, though.
Hey. Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours, it's your Couch Rider Raven, Jermaine Lockett saying, what's up? What's popping? Thanks for coming through. I'm so happy we finally got a W, y'all. Yeah, we still under 500, but you know what? I think if we get more people to subscribe, maybe the Ravens flock will get a little bit bigger. The audience on Sunday night will get a little bit better, and we get up to 500 because we'll beat the Bills. So please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. Let's see who we got in the room tonight. Who is the first in the room? We always give them a shout out. It is Lisa. She's already commented. Like I said, she is down to business as usual. She says, Jermaine, I would love to make sure that we don't give Josh Allen all night to throw and we go 2-2. Yes, we're going to get into what it takes to actually take home the W. We're going to eat a W. I can't do it the same way old boy does it, but show must go on. Lisa says, doggone it, tap that darn like button. I appreciate the cleanness. We're going to stay on team, keep it clean. Cameron, sometimes he gets us off a team, keep it clean, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. We're going to be all right. Let's see. Jared is here. Nana has made it. Delicious in the building. And Kennedy, oh boy, you guys, I'm telling you, it's tough out here. Can you believe the Steelers right now? With a quarterback that they just not really sure about week to week, and they still managing to pull out W's. I guess they don't care who their quarterback is. They're still trying to get W's, and I think we got to give them props. I mean, they at the top right now. In order to be the man, we have to beat the man. So, props to Kenny and his team. We coming. Brooke's late, but she's here. She said, hey. All right, people saying what's up to each other. All right, so while y'all doing that, let's say what's up to this motivational moment here. So today's motivational moment is all about the haters. It is every bit about the haters and also hating at the same time. Let's just say you got done wrong. You got done absolutely dirty by a teammate, by a boss, or something along those lines, a friend, holding on to it. It doesn't help. It does not help. Hating people is like burning down your own home to get rid of a rat. And this is not in reference to those D&D players that we played with the other day. Those kids decided to just burn down their own forest to actually try and kill some rats, and that kind of killed everybody in the whole campaign. But it's okay. What I'm getting at is you don't want to burn down your own home because you are full of hate to try and get rid of the one hateful thing in your home. Try to keep people out of your heart so you don't burn your own house down. Yeah, they did you wrong, but holding on to it ain't gonna do nothing but hurt who? It hurts you. It don't hurt him. It don't hurt them. They moved on with their lives. They on to doing the next person wrong. What you can do is pray for your enemies. Wish them the best in their next endeavor. Just know that you got to move accordingly when they come around. Just move in the opposite direction, folks. Duck and move. Anyway, that's your motivational moment for today. All right, who else we got here? Anybody else here new? Let's see. Gerald, we already said what's up. A few of y'all chatting. Lisa is saying, okay, it's like chemo is on its way. Like I said before, you are in our prayers. You recognize that there is power in prayer and there's power in numbers. So, when you guys aren't doing a like and subscribe button, and even before you hit the like and subscribe button, go ahead and shout up a couple prayers when it comes to Lisa. Help her through this. All right. So let's talk about it, folks. We got the W. It looked good for 3 quarters, but we got to play 4. We have to play 4 quarters. We cannot be the NFL's worst pass rank defense and allow people to come back on us. Dak looked like almost like he was in MVP level. If you had just separated the 4th quarter into its own game, Dak looked like MVP. It was because he was shredding the Ravens secondary. It was bad. Yes, Marlowe did okay, but Marlowe definitely got lit up by Lamar. But his PFF grade said differently. But Lamar had his own perceptions of how he felt the game went for certain people, to include Daniel Fairley. And I feel like Fairley, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Eventually, he gonna make me respect him enough to say it right. But I'm still feel a certain way. Lamar tried to give, or actually, he did give Fairley props because he had a decent game. Now, me personally, I think that they masked Falele. And how they do that? They ran the ball pretty much away from him the majority of the game. The runs were to the left that were successful. There was one that Henry broke through right through Falele's block and got up the field. But let's just be honest. I think they masked this guy's game to make him look better than he was. I go back and look at the tape, and I'm seeing he had like 2 pressures, which isn't bad, but at the same time, Lamar only threw a couple of times that game. Lamar throws a little bit more. That pressure's coming because Fairley should be replaced by Cleveland. Let's just call it what it is. So Lamar can give all the props he wants, but I got to be honest with you. I'm still not a fan. Convince me. Put one game in front of another. Stack another practice on top of a practice. Then talk to me, Fairley. Until then, put your nose to the ground. Say the work. And show us that you are the starter on this offensive line. Right now, I think Cleveland and McCarry could fill that position. No problem. And we could use Rosengarten on the outside. Harbaugh's a little stubborn on how he feels about these things, and maybe they're threatening as far as the rotation coming if there's bad results. But right now, those are our starters. We got to stick with them. Still a fan, just a little frustrated. Let's pay some bills here before I jump right in. Let's see. Nana says, Couch Rider, I give them 3.25 quarters. Yeah, we did do everything we could do all the way up to the 10-minute mark in the game, and then that's when Dak just caught on fire. Nana says, Pancake Pack was great. Help as well to the O-line, definitely. You could definitely see the 13 personnel, which was like, okay, I'm looking at one. Of course, I count Pancake Pack. I count him as a tight end kind of. So I mean, it could be 22 personnel, but it looked more like 13 personnel to me. But it was just big guys all around. So that's what kind of opened up some things. When you got those amount of personnel on the field, play the numbers game, and then of course King Henry got loose for 151 and 2 touchdowns, 270 rushing yards. Oh man, this is not a yawning moment, but it just kept trying to come. But it was a great day for the Baltimore Ravens to be able to ground and pound, do what we do best, and recognize this is our identity. Finally, we have an identity as a team. That makes sense when we come out there and we try to do all the things the other teams are doing when this is our bread and butter. This is who we brought in, and because we know this is our bread and butter. So what Lamar had under 200 yards passing, it does not matter. Our MO is running. Run the ball. All right. So Nana says Lamar doesn't throw anybody under the bus. I mean, there's a lot of love there. You know, that's the thing about him. He's going to show love to players on the team, and that's cool. I'm with it. All right, so we'll just sign off of here so we can move back into the actual topic of today, which is what does Lamar need? What Lamar needs to beat the Bills at the bank. And personally, it's just going to be like what the Ravens need, not necessarily what Lamar needs, because I think we figured out what Lamar needs. Like stick to the ground, run the football, orchestrate this into the game plan. If he sees it set up to where, hey, they are coming after him with ears pinned back, let's get a dive. Let's run it. Use Justice Hill, Henry, himself. Those three factors with the way that they were running and doing motion in the backfield and so many things going on to where it was confusing the defensive end. And then they could actually hit those dives on a delay. It was so beautiful. It was a thing of beauty watching the play action, watching the read option. He was pulling. Once he was actually reading the defensive end. And once that defensive end hesitated, it was curtains. We already knew it was going to be a minimum of 6 yards when they froze the defensive end. So some of the things Lamar needs to do, of course, is run the ball, use his tight ends like he normally does. And don't worry about, let's say everybody's going to talk about, we need to use our wide receivers, Bateman, this, that. Bateman got his when it was time. Take advantage of the opportunities when they're there. Don't force anything. We saw Aguilar get a great play off of something that wasn't forced. It wasn't forced we didn't have to feed Andrews. In fact, Andrews got one target. He had minimal game time. That's just simply, they're going to roll out their game plan. And it may look different week to week. You may see Likely get that work. You may see Andrews get that work. You may see a Nelson Aguilar day. But it's not going to look the same. Keep it looking different. Each week, we want to see something crazy different. And speaking of something different, we got somebody backstage here that can join us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, legend, Cameron.
What's up, brother?
What's good, man?
Ain't nothing, man. How you?
Kind of deep over here, man.
I know. Oh, I don't know. This weather changing. My science is bothering me.
Yeah, you channeling that real very. I'll give you whatever you want. Oh. See you.
Oh, great. What's happening?
Oh, chilling. We was talking about these factors here, man.
So I was just doing it for my phone. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's talk about these factors of what Lamar needs to beat the Bills at the bank. But I think it's just the Ravens in general, what they need. And it's just a couple of things that they got to focus on. And, that first one is run the dang ball. Yeah. Just call it like it is. Run the dang ball. There's so many times when we get out of who we are, trying to force the ball down the field, trying to be something that we're not. We're going to see Allen do a lot of West Coast, do a lot of magnificent quarterbacking when it comes to setting up the short, to set up the long pass, because that's exactly what he did against the Jaguars this past week. You could see wheel routes. You could see passes to the running back coming out of the backfield. So we got the wheel routes. You had screen passes. You had they were using Shakir on drags, and then they end up hitting up Kincaid deep across the middle. But it was the short that's constantly set up the deep is what they were doing. It was like death by 1,000 cuts until all of a sudden Jacksonville broke. Then that's when they put the work in. It's because they set everything up. It's a lot of West Coast going on. It's going to be a lot of misdirection. We got to figure out, hey, how can we play a cover 2 and manage the middle of that field without Allen taking advantage of us, and then still being able to cover guys like Keon. Because Coleman is waiting back there, chomping at the bit, looking for his opportunity. But it's not going to happen if we make sure we take care of that short first. So that's one of the things. Run the dang ball, stop the short stuff on defense. And also on defense, for me, I feel like, this guy, I feel like he ain't got loose the way he was getting loose last year. I feel like your boy has got to channel last year Christmas game when he was just tearing things loose and being in the right spot in the right place. Free Ham, y'all. Free Hamilton. We need him to get loose, man. We need Hamilton to get loose, to get crazy, to feel more confident in his guys around him to be able to do the things he needs to do. And I know that comes with the inexperience of a defensive coordinator who doesn't know how to use such an actual athletic freak all over the field. Right. And I'm not saying anything against, or it's just the fact that he's inexperienced and McDonald had a lot more experience of how to use crazy guys like that.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
your thoughts there?
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that it's this. I mean, everyone said it, and they're pretty much on the same line. Um, this does remind me of when uh, Coach Mike became the coordinator when Hamilton was a rookie. Because it's pretty. I mean, it's still the same defense. We have our style of defense. It's just that all is very much the same as Mike. But for some apparent reason, it's just the communication. Like when they were sticky in coverage. I mean, and the Cowboys do have a pretty. They have, in my opinion, they have a better receiving core than Buffalo does. You know, and for some apparent reason, when we met, when other than when Wiggins was changing his technique for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
when we were putting hands on them, or off the line, they couldn't do nothing. Once we start letting them run free, and then they want to go from some people in zone, some people in man, it just seemed like everybody was lost. Like that touchdown when Rowe looked over, he was upset with Marlon. Again, the communication issue because I don't know if it was Marcus Williams' fault because he
Mm-hmm.
stayed with the man and he didn't pass him off to Marlon, or if it was Marlon's fault. But it all looked like it was all on Roquan, but the tight end was way behind him, and at the
Yeah,
very
I think that
beginning,
I'm
huh?
glad you brought up. I'm glad you brought up Roquan because I feel like the way, and I hate to make a comparison when it comes to offense and defense, but like I was saying with how they masked Fele,
Yeah,
they have to figure out a way to mask Roquan in pass coverage. Right now, they are finding ways to put things across him that is exposing him as bad in pass coverage, but it's just more how the play is set up. And I
yeah,
think they gotta figure out to put another man next to him, just how we did with Ray Lewis back in the day. When Ray was a little bit slower, couldn't run sideline to sideline back in 11 and about back in 10 and 11, we knew that there was going to be somebody extra on the field next to Ray
but
that
see,
was
that's
helping
the
mask it
thing.
up. Huh?
That's the thing. That's the thing. He's playing out of he didn't play this way last year because he didn't have to do. He played in that middle.
Yeah.
And the only time he went man to man is he never. I don't recall Roquan ever covering a tight end. Only time he covered anybody, it was a running back. He never manned up on any tight ends. He manned up on the running backs. Either the weak side linebacker or the tight end was the one. I mean, the weak side linebacker or Hamilton. Well, Patrick Queen. I want to keep saying the weak side linebacker. PQ or Hamilton was always on the tight end. But you have a chess piece like Trenton. He was coming in and out the game, and I see they trying to slowly work him in. Mm-mm.
He needed them reps.
Trenton is better than PQ. I've been saying this from day one. You know that
Oh yeah.
he is a chess piece, just like Kyle Hamilton, right?
Hey, faster. He's got the longer reach. I think he's taller.
he
This
is.
dude is
He's
more
taller than
athletic
Rowe.
than
He's
dog.
6'3", 6'3" and a half. He's faster than Patrick Queen, and he was a safety. He came into Clemson as a safety. They moved him to linebacker as he got heavier.
Oh, we got some
The
slander
dude
here.
can cover. He's already proven that he can cover. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So keep him out there. If Kyle is not on the tight end, he should be on the tight end. You have two chess pieces that can move, that can cover, they can blitz, you gotta use them. And I don't know, even this year, like I feel like Marcus Williams is playing out of pocket because I seen him drop down in the box a few times, and I'm like, I don't think he should be down here. And then he's covering. And I know you got Bo back there, but I don't know. Sometimes it looks off because he doesn't look like he's comfortable. So I understand it's different calls and they trying to get it together. But if you start doing every time they get beat, it's in that fourth quarter,
Mm-hmm.
but they're getting beat because one, we not putting their fatigue because they're out there too long.
Yep.
That's one. Two, we not getting no pass rush.
Yeah.
So it seemed like in the fourth quarter, instead of us putting them down, instead of the defense going to hunt, it seemed like it don't matter if you blitz them or not. If they fatigue, they fatigue. You're not getting home.
Yeah, and
So
this is the line that's going to make it even tougher on the Baltimore Ravens because Josh Allen has only been sacked twice this year. Through 3 games, they've only
Mhm.
sacked him twice. We've done okay. We got 10 sacks on the season, and we got 24 hits. But I feel like they need to bring some more. They need to bring some more heat. Figure out the ways how we used to blitz when Marlette was in the game, and
Right.
put whatever the package that was. Put Wiggins in that package in the slot. Bring the speed. Let's see what happens.
Hold on 1 second, brother.
Yeah,
I'll give you 1 second. I'm sorry.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. All right. So when it comes to, let's see. All right. So when it comes to the free ham, having a free Hamilton running wild, doing his thing, causing chaos is going to be one of those things that makes Josh Allen a little bit nervous out there because he doesn't know exactly where he's going to line up on the field. If we put him in, if they're using him correctly and having that organized chaos. Because right now we've been having this. It's been vanilla. It's been vanilla. I don't know if y'all like your ice creams, but you know, I like mine. I like mine a little bit of something on it. Give me something. Vanilla is not it. These Ravens formations have been basic, and this is why we're getting eaten up. We need to figure out how we can add more spice. Give me some cayenne pepper to this defense. Somebody call up Rex Ryan and have a small mentoring session with Or. Somebody call up, of course, crazy Wink Martindale and say, hey, man, you mind teaching them how to spam that blitz button? We need more pressure, is what it is. And I think that's why they brought in some guy who had, I don't know, 69 career sacks because they want more pressure. And Ngakwe is back, y'all. Yannick is back in the building, and I'm curious to see how he gets used with this Ravens defense. Of course, when it comes to those things, those bringing in those guys should free up Ham a good bit. So the things we've covered so far is running the dang ball. That should be number one. It should be automatic number one. We know what we need to do because this is the team that gave up 124 yards versus Arizona. They gave up 139 versus Miami, and then they gave up 92 yards on the ground versus Jacksonville. And I think ETN ended up having like 6.2 yards per carry. They had kept at it. Maybe this could have been some type of game instead of a blowout. There has to be a way where we can get loose on this ground game because that's the key to beating these Bills because they give it up on the ground. Now, when it comes to the air, oh my gosh, we got to be careful. We got to be very, very, very careful when it comes to passing on this defense because they got a guy back there. I want to say he's got a pick six and he's got another interception, number 46 for the Buffalo Bills. That's the corner. You know what the guy's name is? I can't remember his name is.
Is that boy that they traded for from Green Bay?
Let's see. Not Hamlin. Benford.
Is it Benford?
Yeah, 47. Excuse me. Christian Benford.
Now look, hold on now. Hold on now. I know we give look, I'm not taking everybody get paid in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just say something. We see who they played, right? They beat
I do.
They played Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona got 2. You played Miami.
And they lost their quarterback.
And they lost their quarterback. On top of that, that's a division game. Anything can happen. And then again, they know, y'all know them, they know you. So that could sway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then they played Jacksonville, and I don't know what's going on with Trevor Lawrence, and that the defense is not good.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, and I'm not going by that record. I'm going by the only team that they really. I mean, that was the first game of the season. They haven't really played anybody that is good. And I think Miami took a step back, and the only reason they taking a step back again because they have a new defense. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have all their pass rushers. They just got Phillips back. Don't switch. Okay. They just got Phillips back. I'm trying to get on my computer while I'm talking to
I'm
you.
with you.
He just got Phillips back. And what's my man Chop Robinson?
Yeah.
So they don't have all their pieces. They lost obviously Wilkins to the Raiders. So to me, it's just hard for me to grade them. Like I wasn't. I'm being honest with you. And you know me. It's hard for me to be. I'm not. I wasn't impressed by how they beat on Jacksonville. Like it was almost expected. What I was surprised about is the way Jacksonville, well, Trevor Lawrence played. I thought he would play better than there was a lot of wide open receivers that he was missing. You know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't like the pressure was like ridiculous. It's just that I don't know why he was missing him. Like he's not looking. I don't know. It just doesn't look like that bill was that contract was worth it right now. So hopefully he gets himself together. It seems like he's digressed. You know, since that year they took him to the playoffs. What was that? 2 years ago?
Yeah, and I
You know?
think it's just they did invest in the offensive weapons. They got him a new wide
Yeah,
receiver.
they got plenty
First
of
there,
weapons.
you got tons of weapons. You got the running
Duvernay
back that
down
you
there.
need, but I think of course, when you invest in one thing, almost like it gets you can almost see the exact opposite of what you did not invest in. Where's
Right,
your defense investments? Where's your
right,
offensive line investments? Did you take care of that business?
right.
Baltimore, we sat there and tried to rob Peter to pay Paul, and it was evident through the first 3 games. We're sitting here just like, oh my gosh, why did we send 2 of our guys to New York and 1 to Detroit?
Yeah,
Like, oh, it hurt so bad. I think Jacksonville is one that they can't recover from. So with us, we're like Barry Switzer right now when it comes to our defense. The personnel is there. It's just he's got to figure out how to drive this car.
right, right.
He's got the
That's
nice
true.
Lamborghini.
That's
He
it.
needs driving instructions.
Because the first 3 quarters, they giving problems, bro. Even when we lost the Kansas City game, think about it. They were having a hard time moving the ball. They were having a very hard time moving the ball. What's Kenny saying? I see something
Kenny
going
said,
on.
well, first he threw some shade at you earlier. He said,
He threw some shade at me. It's
yeah,
all good.
he said
It's
he
all
called you a
good.
Chargers fan.
Oh wow.
And then he said, look at the lightning bolt.
This is a flash, brother. Take it easy. You don't see the colors? It's a flash, brother. It's a flash. I'm a Flash fan. Don't take it easy, homeboy.
And then he said, Bills beat the teams they supposed to beat, so I can't hate them for that. And
No, and they did. I'm not hating them for it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not hating them for it, but I'm not looking at the teams that they beat, their record. I'm looking at their personnel, the talent that they have on the teams, and
mhm.
comparing it to what we have. Like you can't say right now, can anybody sit up here and honestly say that we shouldn't be 3-0? You know what I mean? Or at least 2-1. You know what I mean? Because we have those first 2 games, we have beat ourselves.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and the thing is, I think when it came to the second loss, I had to look at it as we lost that game
Mm,
to an opponent who took
mm.
advantage of our weaknesses. This is one where I can't say we beat ourselves. They
Which
came and
one?
they saw the advantage and they exploited us. The Raiders,
I
they
don't.
saw
I don't.
it.
I think we. The reason why I say we lost, we beat ourselves is because we almost did the exact same thing we did here. You did like Max Crosby did wreck the game because
Oh
the
yeah,
line is. I don't know why we still have that right side out there, but that's another story.
yeah,
He
that
did
is.
wreck the game, but I say we beat ourselves because we should have kept scoring.
Mm-hmm.
You got complacent in the second half again by play
Facts.
calling,
Yep.
like we did this time. Like you can't keep doing that. Like I don't understand what's going on. Why we keep getting why what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we dialing it back? Like press it. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
I think
reason.
that's got to be like they got to have a Bill Belichick mindset. I think
Yeah, they
Belichick in
get
the fourth
paid
quarter,
too.
he
They get
just
paid
he
like we get paid. Look,
yeah,
they can feel every one of these. It don't matter. What's it gonna come back to haunt you? Oh,
yeah.
and then he's gonna
I
want to
mean,
blow them out too
sure, there's
much.
gonna be people that's kind of salty because you're laying it on thick, but lay it on.
They get paid
Finish.
too. They still gonna get their game check. That's all
Yeah,
right. They just gonna
absolutely.
catch this whooping.
Mm-hmm.
He
Just know
catch
when they
this
come to
whooping. We beat
Baltimore,
him until he can't move no more.
Yeah, we trying to snatch souls over here. We trying to get
Exactly.
bodies, man.
Exactly.
All right,
You,
so here
you,
we are. The next part is what did I say? Watch this short stuff. So I think we talked about this already.
mhm.
This dude hadn't been sacked, and I think some people they get a
In
little
the
bit
two in the
scared
first
when
in
it
the
comes.
hold
Huh?
up. He hadn't been sacked except against Arizona.
Yeah, he got
How
sacked
many
twice.
pass rushes you know over in Arizona? Go ahead, brother. I'll wait.
I mean, they got it's that dude in the one over the in the
Yeah.
play
Okay. Go
with the
ahead.
pads and
Mm,
you know, yeah,
exactly.
him,
Go ahead. I'll wait.
I, you
Yeah. Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Everybody look phenomenal when you always look Goliath always look good when he beating on small folk. You know. Now
Yeah,
you got to come in and you got to play somebody that's styles make fights. I think this is a perfect. This is this is the perfect game for us to
yeah,
get right, like put it all the way right. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
All
And
right, and of
and
course,
I
and then
believe
let's
in
do.
Zach Will because he's doing it. But you can't make the players. They got to communicate better. The
Mhm.
more you over communicate until you get it all together.
So
Like
here it is.
other than that,
In order to
Marlon is
beat this
playing
dude,
out of his mind,
we got to
huh?
put it out there. We got to put it all the way on the table.
Yeah.
We got to sit there and be fearless versus Allen. Why? Because this dude, we got Dak 3 times last
Mm-hmm.
week. 3 times.
Should have
We
been
got 10
4.
sacks on the season. We
Should have
have an
been 4.
opportunity here to set the tone for the rest of this season. And we do it at the bank, all in black, coming like full on villains against this guy. We cannot be scared against Allen. They got
It's
to
gonna be a
bring
playoff
pressure.
atmosphere, brother. It's
Yes.
definitely gonna be a playoff atmosphere.
And people talking about, okay, what if he scrambles? What if he scrambles? Well,
So,
if he scrambles, so what?
so what?
Guess what? Is we are bringing it to him, and if he doesn't know where his blitz is coming from, they got it disguised a lot. Then that's where Allen's going to get scared. He can't scramble through all that. He's not going to be able to make it through all that trash if we bring it from different angles each time. Because what I saw with the Jacksonville Jaguars is they were lining up wide and leaving him a full-on rushing lane right up the middle.
Oh,
But
so that
more,
I didn't watch the whole game, but I was more watching the Washington and Bengals game. More interested. It was actually a better game to watch.
yeah, I was watching. I was kind of bouncing back and forth and then dozing off a little bit in between. All of a sudden, I see Josh Allen. Just I'm like, what? Oh, he's gone again.
Yeah.
He's taking off. It was
I
because
stopped
of the
watching as
fact they
soon as
left
Trevor
him.
Lawrence overthrew Thomas. And I mean, he was sitting there like it was like a good 20 yards. He was sitting in the pocket and he like overthrew him. And it wasn't like he was being rushed to throw the ball, which
Yeah,
was weird to me. I was like, after that happened, I was like, all right, I'm turning this right now. This is looking bad. This is looking bad.
and I'm thinking we got to keep this game in our favor. Yes, this guy has a huge arm. He can launch it to Keon Coleman, but we also have dogs that can cover Keon.
Mhm.
You know,
Yep.
and Shakira, I think, is going to be the one that we got to worry about the most because the slot is where it's at right now. The slot, the short pass, and Kincaid. If they shut down
Yep.
Kincaid and they shut down Shakir, and of course, you can't let Cook cook. Can't let Cook go out there and do his thing, and that's going to be stopping him on the ground and stopping him screen passes and wheel routes, and then the other short stuff to those other two guys. If you can shut down those three guys,
Yep.
Keon will not be that big of a factor in this game. Let's see. So anyway, being fearless versus Allen, we got to get it in. So, um,
This is going to be the game. This is going to be look. He's a gunslinger.
mm-hmm.
This is going to be. I really believe this is going to be Zach Orr's best game of play calling. The defense is going to show up because this is the best time. Why not? Like
Yeah, we
you
got him
know
to
how to
throw.
play
Yeah,
ball.
we got to
You
get
know
him
what I
to
mean?
throw a pick
Do what you do and make it right, huh?
because he hasn't thrown a pick all season. This is the time for him to throw
Four.
this pick, and he's got
I like
7
four.
touchdowns.
I like four.
Yep, it's
He
time
threw
for him to
four
get his first pick.
touchdowns. He threw 4 touchdowns Monday night. Let him throw 4 picks Sunday
Yep.
night.
Let's play the defense that we know this team can play. As far as rush
Exactly.
defense, we got the number one rush defense in the league, but it's because we've been opening the floodgates in the past game. So let's
Yep.
let's clamp that down. Let's
Yeah.
clamp that down. Hopefully Marlowe listen to the dude who was chewing his butt on the outside of the stadium saying, "Hey, stop the podcast," and he listened to Lamar. Hopefully, when he said you should have caught that pick. And I know he's just taking that constructive feedback, and hopefully he's just doing something with it. I know that Brooke was probably a little mad because people coming after him. I mean, PFF is the only one that's being nice to him right now. Everybody else is roasting Marlo pretty bad.
I mean, but statistically, PFF is actually right because other than those plays when they like, and it's always like he get caught in some zone. He hasn't allowed a lot of yards thus far, but I don't know. Again, you can't if for some apparent reason in the second half, and in the I think I'm being again. In some reason in the second half, the pass rush goes away, and that's why we had to bring Yannick in. Remember, we already lost him for the season, so this is not like, oh, this is all going to work against. I think I'm in.
Okay, let me get the color.
Hey, man, this is not going to work against Adisa Isaac and his growth. This is actually perfect because we needed another pass rusher, and Van Noy said he looked good out there today. So I wouldn't be surprised if he up. We really just need him for the right now as he gets into game shape. Just use him in the fourth quarter. Use him, during that time. Use him sparingly in the first half. Like maybe bring him in like every third down, what have you. It's not going to be a bad look. It'll give a better rotation.
Yeah, I think you could as many blows as that you can give to these pass rushers. The better. Pause. You know what I mean. I mean, give them opportunities to take a break, but also come back in strong, give them their best rush.
Yeah, and we did because look, Van Noy is the young. He's let the young bulls worry about the run defense.
Amen, Lisa. Amen. She said, "Hey, Brooke, I'm ready for Buffalo to get blown out Sunday night."
Me too.
I don't need no circling the wagons. I don't need no Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't need no what's the name of that daggone place? I don't know what's the name of that like grown folks Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I'm talking about? The arcade place they serve beer and whatnot. Dave and Buster's. Ain't no Dave and Buster's. This is the bank.
Ain't no Dave and Buster's.
Mm-hmm. Brooke says, me and him got into it on Twitter. Weird behavior to berate someone when they're leaving work. What you talking about? Who you get into it? Lisa, what? Do we need to pull up on somebody? I said, Brooke, we need to pull up on somebody. Yes, thank you, Brooke. I was running short on words there. All right. So he was Brookie. The disrespect to Marlo from the fans is unnecessary. Yeah, I think they come for they're emotional. They frustrated right now, and I'm pretty sure they're coming for Tucker too. And it's frustrating because this dude's missed a kick every game this year, and we know that's not him. We know that's not him. But they talking about he got the yips.
And it's on him. I'll be honest with you. He got the leg. I think it's more stout. I think he. Have you noticed that he didn't start really missing until Sam Cook retired?
Yeah.
So they got to work. I think he's not holding the ball the same way. It could be that it could be the way he's not giving him enough room on the kick. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't analyzed it, but I've analyzed. It has to be. There has to be some type of correlation of when your old placeholder is retired, and when the new placeholder came in, you started missing kicks. Mm-hmm. You didn't start missing these kicks until your new placeholder came in.
Yeah, I mean, I keep hearing all these rumors of Lamar, or excuse me, not Lamar, but Tucker hitting from 70 before in pregame warmups. That's on the tee. Get Stout out there with you, and let him hold that ball.
Because the tee is perfect, so can't really. That's just you and your leg, like
that's him setting it up just the way he wants it, And I lace this out cool perfectly. No, give me some of those incorrect snaps and see what you do with it. Get the practice in, get those reps before you could see like Tucker's ball going straight down the middle. It was perfect with the middle upright. And it was just like, boom, it was either going to be just going straight across the camera. And nowadays you see him going just to the left a little, to the right a little. It's not what it used to be.
That has to, but it be. I would blame it more on Tucker if he didn't have the leg. He clearly has the leg.
Yeah.
It has to be in the way the ball is being held. It has to be.
It's got to be. And maybe that's something we go take a look at it a little bit deeper. Maybe we could provide a little bit more analysis on that as far as the ball hold, the laces out, where it's being held, all that. But yeah, I did see somebody actually say, hey, the difference is stout. Because when everybody else was holding the ball, he was just fine. And then, of course, I think the fact that he got a lot more reps when Joe Flacco was here, because that's what Flacco used to do, is just, allow him on the field all the time. Like I said, Flacco launched that ball down to about the 30, 40 yard, 30-yard line. Lamar, it's gonna be, and Lamar's a little different. Lamar's working that drive all the way down the field to score. And Lamar said, hey, my job is to keep Tucker out of a job or keep him off the field. Yeah. He's got less opportunities with Lamar than he did with Flacco. So less reps. But, I mean, there was also off-season changes. You notice with Tucker, he got bulked up. And, of course, when it comes to bulking up, you got to get used to how you operate with that new weight. And that could be part of the kicks in there, too.
But he was missing – they're talking about like he's been – for the past 3 years, they said this. Yeah. Since 2022, he's been missing kicks. But it didn't start until Stout got there.
Yep.
So Stout is not holding. He's not doing something properly. Like they need to change the way you got it. It is technique. So change the way Stout is holding the ball, and that'll help Tucker. Like they have. It got to be. The kicker can only do one part: kick the ball.
Yep.
So if you're not handling the ball, it'd be different if the dude holding the ball is holding it right, and the ball is still like veering off left or veering off right. It's coming down and then it's swaying, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like,
yeah, it's wild, man. I mean, I missed one from 46 and then two of them from plus 50. So he missed one from 46 the first for the last week, and then he missed two that were over 50 yards the last 2 weekends before that. So it's just kind of frustrating, because it's not the guy. And then of course Dallas gonna come out there and got this dude kicking 65 yarders, almost beating the record.
He kicked the 65 yards
with ease. It looked like this dude. In fact, I think the week before he had threatened to come out there and kick a 71 yarder.
Might to get him on my fantasy team.
Aubrey a dog when it comes to kicking. I mean, I don't think he's human. Man.
He got a leg.
It's the young man's game now. And Tucker, everybody want to come for Tucker's crown, but at the same time, that Aubrey a dog.
No, man. He got it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is gonna be Tucker. I think Tucker's gonna retire after this year. I'm gonna be honest.
I think so. Hopefully, we get him another ring to go with it. Because golly, this man it's tough right now for him. Yeah. It's hard out here in these streets.
Yeah, it's like I always compare a kicker to like somebody up, playing baseball and they're in a slump, or somebody like or a golfer like Tiger Woods when he got the
so they got the yips.
Yeah.
They use the yips in both of them sports.
Yep. So I always compare him to that, but I think
they got to kick through it though, right? They got to kick. They can't just they got to work all the way through it. They can't sit here and give it up and take a break.
I think I'm predicting for the half he gonna kick a big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got to get one in. John Harbaugh's got to show that confidence, and if he shows that confidence, allows him to kick a nice big one, it's gonna be great. All right, so let's see. Delicious says only people that have been disappointed on defense has been Roquan and Marcus. Hate to say it, like I said, Roquan has not been his position that he has to play right now has been a tough one because the offense has seen like, hey, he is going to have to cover this tight end based on this package. That's kind of on Orr. It's on Zach Orr.
Yeah, he didn't do that. He didn't cover last year. He stayed in that pocket. Only time he covered anybody was a running back. He never covered a tight end, and they taking full advantage of it.
Yeah. Now with Marcus, I think Marcus is every bit of hate he getting.
Huh?
And so Marcus Williams, I think he deserves every bit of flack that he's getting on his
Yeah,
end.
but he's not playing. He's not playing like I don't. I'm trying to understand what Zach got him doing because a lot of times if y'all watch the game, he's creeping up. When has Marcus Williams ever blitzed? He blitzed this year. He don't blitz.
Yeah, he's supposed to be out of the box.
Yeah,
He,
he was in
keep
the
Marcus
box
out of
a
the
lot
box.
of times. And then sometimes he's playing man to man. Majority of the time that he's played man to man, he's been deep. He's like, if it is a tight end, but it's rare that he's doing that.
Yeah,
So
and these packages, I've said it before, the packages are basic right now.
right.
And the more basic they are, the more time that signal caller is going to have to throw because that's the more time that these daggone players got to cover. It makes it more difficult for our secondary if we're not bringing enough pressure up front. By this time, Matabike should have at least like 3-4 sacks
Yeah,
because of the pressure that they should be bringing on the outside, allowing him to win in one-on-one matchups because they have to bounce to the outside to protect.
I think honestly, this was the first week. Well, this past week was the first time I seen him run a stunt. When Van Noy got that sack,
Yeah,
that was like the first time I seen him run a stunt.
yeah, I need to see more of that.
This one is blitzing. He not getting home either, and he usually like tries to time the blitz. Maybe they need to tell him like stop standing up there like you're gonna blitz. You showing it, but you're not getting there.
Yeah,
So
like free Ojabo.
say what?
That free Ojabo too. I feel like he should get in there and get some more.
Yeah, he's been there, but he hasn't
Got
gone.
home. I
So,
just love his tech. I love the technique with him because he is always going for the strip sack.
yeah.
He has got the perfect technique. He knows exactly where he needs to be around that edge and when to put that paw up just in time
Mhm.
to smack a little something to have that QB come through empty on the front. It's just crazy. All right, so the last thing I was talking about, I think I've already hit it already, was masking for LA again. Let's just be real. Like I said, he had a decent game, but they gave him a lot of love. But it's because the success of this rushing offense went to the left side of the field. It did not go through that right because of the fact that once again, they were losing their matchups over there when it came to the ground game. You could see every single time when it came to Fairley trying to block, even on the very last play of the game, who did Fairley come through and hit? He hit Kendricks. Who made the tackle on Lamar after he crossed that, or just enough before he crossed the line? And he still got, Lamar still got the first. Kendricks. And it's because Fairley does not stick to them daggone blocks. He needs to actually pancake somebody. He pushes people off. He's got a good initial push. And it's like, all right, cool, get out of my way. Oh, I was just playing. And then the same person that he hits comes back in and makes that daggone play. It's annoying. You should be, if you that daggone big, lay on them.
Yeah.
Put your big butt on him.
I thought he did a decent job last year at right tackle. I don't know why with his size. I understand with his size, you feel like on the double block, if you double up, he's good.
It's because his feet were bad last year too, and I think that's why they put him on the inside because they thought that they could be like, all right, I need this. I like the size of this dude,
Right.
but his feet on the outside ain't it. He's getting beat on the edge. Trying to put him into the inside and trying to mask that is not it. You need to go ahead and rotate him in, get him the reps so he can have the experience, but put that better person in. Please put in Cleveland.
Well, I know it looked good this game because Jokers were tied. Dallas front line was tied, but to be quite honest with you, like Pat McCarry didn't play that well.
And Lamar only threw it 15 times, didn't he?
Yeah, he only threw it 15 times, but McCarry didn't play that well. That right side is not getting any push. I understand. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they kind of play scared, like, okay, we just gonna keep them in because things is rolling. Now, I think you could have look.
I think the message is clear. When he said something on Friday, Harbaugh came out and said, he said we could see new personnel. I think the message was very clear to them, like, hey, if y'all screw up in this daggone first, second, third quarter, you are out and we are putting new person in. But They looked halfway decent, and so they kept with what they got.
But the grade on Rosengarten was better than Macari, so I'm still not understanding why you got your second round pick who's actually who's held up his own against one of the best pass rushers there is, and he's not even out there starting. Like he didn't play a snap. Like both of them didn't play a snap. I was like, well, dang on, what did he do?
I mean, my only other conclusion that I can think of is they caught Harbaugh selling them feet picks again. I mean, I feel like they got the photos and he went in there and was like, we're gonna bench it. And they was like, we got the photos right here, and they was like, never mind. I see your practice. It's like I think they got him. They got him, man. Something. I don't know. Either that or of course we already know that our guy at Cleveland got a squirrel thing. I'm pretty sure that he probably ate a couple squirrels that Harbaugh was tight with on the front porch at his house. They probably invited him over. Next thing you know, he's like, "Hey, I invite you to my house, and you gonna put the squirrel on the grill right now?" And then Ben had to chow down on the squirrels, man. So that's what happened. I wasn't there. All right. So, do you have any other keys to victory? Because I think I pointed out some things, but maybe not everything.
I don't know about. Right now I have to really think keys to victory. I think you pointed out just about everything, but I think for everybody to back off the defense or back off the back end because they just blaming the secondary. The front end and the back end got to work together. So if you're not getting no pass rush, that's why honestly the Jaguars defense don't look good. They look good against the run, but they can't get no pass rush because the secondary is trash, completely trash.
I think if we
doesn't matter. So if they get there fast enough, even if they get there fast enough, they not covering. Our secondary is covering for most of the time. They do it. If they can do it for 3 quarters, they can do it for 4. But if the front four just slow up, and we not getting exotic with the blitzes, which we have not done at all, very basic. Then it's just easy money right now. Like for the offense, because all they're gonna do is run the hurry up. They're gonna run a hurry up. So we got to keep putting the points on the board. Like Lamar said, we have to do that.
You're absolutely right, man. I feel like keep the pressure on, keep the foot on the gas. As Lamar said, he said he could put the gas on the foot, or he could put the gas on the
pedal. Put the foot on the pedal, or whatever.
Yeah, he was saying so. He had it completely bad. So it's like he doubled down on it because he said it during the post game recording, first game, or like so it was outside on the field with the reporter, and then he said it out in the actual press conference right after the game. Whatever, he was just like, put the gas on the pedal.
Yeah. He sounded like my old coach. Bro, he used to say things. My football coach used to say when he used to get upset, he would say things backwards.
Yeah.
Like he was so hot one time. At halftime, he's like, he was cussing us out. He's like, he said, "Now buckle up your mouthpiece and put it in your chin strap." We was like, "What?" He's like, "What?"
He's like, "Oh my gosh!"
After he would do something like that, for some reason we would break, like we would be laughing, and then by the time we get on the field, we ready to go. Yeah. And I guess it just broke us, like the tension was going, and we just start dominating. But it was he would do that every time. I was like, he would say something. It would just be always something backwards.
Always something backwards.
Like classic, because we were playing.
Don't let it split you with a good Lord hit. You're like, no, you got it wrong.
It'd be all bad. I was like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like, keys to victory, of course. We got to contain, Cook. Cook is a big piece of that defense. I saw him live against the Kansas City Chiefs, and he just kind of eviscerated that entire Chiefs defense last year in December. And I think that they're still using him in that same fashion, just multifaceted, finding ways to get him the ball, whether it be wheel routes, screen passes, drags, things along those lines, a little out routes out of the backfield. They are finding ways to get him the ball, the short stuff. If they can eliminate the short stuff, then that's going to beat them. If they can, get Allen on his back by applying that pressure, it is going to cause problems. And if we can just stick to who we are, our identity, We know who we are now. We know what we can do. We know we can put up 270 some yards on the ground with King Henry, who made people miss 12 tackles last week. That's more than anybody in the league this year.
Bro, I'm just gonna say this real quick because I know Lisa love Gus. I think King Henry put that all to bed. You can tell the difference between Gus and the difference between.
When you see a stiff arm like that,
Forget the stiff arm. His vision is phenomenal. I didn't realize how good his vision is, but his vision is phenomenal, and he's patient. But,
he was throwing people out the club. The only person I saw that got thrown worse than how King Henry throw somebody was Overshaw against Kolar on that last play. You just see Kolar getting tossed across the field. Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened, but he was there. And then even Lamar was like, yo, he made the sacrifice for the team. You just see 88 just,
yeah. He's like, get up away. But
I was like, oh man, that was tough. But Henry was back to normal form, and it was great to see him get the angry scepter this week.
Yeah.
I want to see him get it week after week because we are operating in a manner that benefits him the most.
Brooks crazy.
Henry be abusing people. Run the ball. Please. Somebody hit up Harbaugh. I don't care if you got to walk past this man's house, Brooke. Go ahead and roll up and knock on that door and be like, run the ball.
Yeah. I don't think they want they like to stay in that nickel. I don't know if they're gonna want to come out that nickel. If they don't want to come out that nickel, then
oh yeah, they don't come out the nickel. They're gonna get ran all the way over. You cannot have no light in the butt nickel sitting here coming through and say, "Hey, look, I'm gonna handle Henry." No, he gonna be throwing people out the club like he checking IDs while he got the ball in hand. Like, nope.
And the funny thing, their defense is soft, and they're soft in the middle. Pause. Mm-hmm. that's where everybody keep going, But you get the pass rush going. That's why they've been giving up at least 150 yards on Travis Etienne. I mean, total for the team. I'm sorry, but Travis Etienne, the team had together over 130 something yards. I think Arizona had like close to 175. And then who else did they play? Miami had a lot of yards on them.
Yeah, so, I think they gave a lot of rushing yards on that one. So it was like 139 rushing yards. Yeah. 124 against Arizona, but most of that was Kyler. And then 92 against Jacksonville. But like I said, ATM had 6.2 yards per carry. If that had been the game plan, this would have been a totally different game.
And I don't understand why they stopped running with him. They want to throw with Trevor Lawrence, which again, it was fine because he was finding the receivers were finding spots in the zone, but I don't know what was going on. Trevor Lawrence, I was like, yo, how is he missing dudes wide open?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing this guy just throw dimes, man. I just for in previous games, you see this guy show that he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league as far as putting the ball on target, dropping those dimes.
I mean that interception, the interception that he threw to what's my man that died on the field?
Hamlin.
Hamlin, yeah. I hate saying that he died on the field. Well, his heart stopped on the field, but he was he overthrew him by like a good 5 yards. Like Thomas was wide open. I was like, what is this? After that, I was like, man, I'm turning it. Because it was like that time it was like 21-3 or something like that. But I was like, this is ridiculous. They about to score again. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I don't know what's going on, but I guess they'll figure it out as they can. They just look out of sync, totally out of sync. And they got a lot of pieces, spent a lot of money. Yep. Brooke.
We. Oh, it was great. It was a good victory.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Taking a lot of sacks over that time. Yeah, but they dropping them back when they got a running game. Like they not doing nothing off the play action. I don't know what's going on. Like I don't watch Jacksonville enough, but I watched enough of that game to be like, he had time. When he threw that interception, he had plenty of time. Feet wasn't set right or something. You did go a little early though. It wasn't
Yeah, it
even
was like it was 20 seconds. I mean, 20 seconds, man.
you was a little early. We usually the
It was
time
premature. It was premature. Okay, all right. She's right. She's right on now. It's on point. It's on
the time
point.
at least like an hour 15 in, an hour 13 in. You was early on the game.
Yeah, yeah. We keep it to an hour, you know. We try to keep it an hour. But yeah, I think if we stick to what we know, stick to the identity, we're gonna be good. How did you get down here?
We lost him.
Hit the dog. The dog and the cat. Apparently, we got all the visiting animals down here. Yeah, craziness. Looks like we got to shut the show down quick. But and we appreciate y'all coming through. And with birthday, she said I wasn't even paying attention to the clock.
Yeah.
And
we just getting into it. It was like we just getting into all the keys.
Mm-hmm.
Any bold predictions other than score? Because Lisa already put the score that I like. She did put that 45-10 up there. I'm rolling with it.
Bold predictions. I think Mark
Good night, Kenny.
and
Good luck.
he gets over. He gets over. Say 7 targets. 7 targets, 5 catches. Mark Andrews.
Okay.
Mark Andrews, 5 catches, 60 yards, 1 touchdown. And that's bold because he ain't been getting very many looks this year at all.
They did say in the fantasy, they did say start Mark Andrews against Buffalo, start Isaiah Likely against Buffalo. So they feel like I guess they giving up a lot to the tight ends.
Jared, come on, man. Every time you put on one of these, we take it out.
That would be I wouldn't be mad at all.
Oh, that's a bold prediction. Justin Tucker makes all his kicks. That was cold. That was cold.
That's cold.
What somebody said something about Marlo like that?
That's cold blood. That's cold.
Chris, you just getting here, man? We just about to shut her down. I swear.
Yeah, you mad late with it.
Oh my God. Brooke put in the score. She said 28-10.
I'll take that.
I think that's a good one. I just feel like it's going to be closer, and I think it's because I'll be honest. I think the escapability factor of Josh Allen is going to play key here. If they let him get loose, it's going to be close. If they don't let him get loose, then the Ravens have an opportunity to make this game a full-on statement to the rest of the league.
This is my thing. I think if we get up, I don't think they have the firepower to come back. I don't think, my personal opinion, I don't think they have the firepower to do it. I mean, the offense is efficient, so that's what they look good. You know what I'm saying? But a good I still think we have a really good daggone defense. We haven't really lost any keys. We haven't, we lost PQ, but I still say Trenton Simpson is better. But he should be out there all the time. I feel like he should be out there. He's worked his way to doing that.
Yeah, so it really boils down to Orr. Or once he gets more of this experience, you're going to start to see more blitz packages, see more things, less vanilla. I think that is what he needs to focus on. Not being so daggone vanilla. Throw some spice on it. That's probably going to be the key, the main key victory.
You got other coaches that's there that could help him out. Like, you got your pass game coordinator who. That's why the secondary shouldn't look like that. And then on top of that, he's figured something out because Hamilton played really well this past game. He played really well this past game. So he had him more in the box, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't have, not saying he can't roam every now and then, but most of a good percentage, I want to say at least 75% of his game should be in that box. Whether he's there, but he should have been, the other percentage should have been, okay, he should be on the tight end. Another, he should be covering the slot of the tight end. That's where he should be. But you got another chess piece in Trenton Simpson. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are we taking him off the field? Unless we go and dine, there's no reason to take Trenton off the field. Like, keep him on the field. He can cover any running back. He can play spy. He has the talent to even cover some of the receivers.
Yeah. I think we made the comparison before. We said Fred Warner. Yeah, a pretty good comparison when it came to him. So
he's faster. He's faster than Fred. He's faster. The dude ran a 4. He ran a 4.4 flat. I would say 4.3. The boy's moving.
Yeah, I just seeing him keep up with Fred Warner, keep up with Hollywood Brown when we played him, that was crazy. And actually, had a nice pass defense
Yeah.
against Hollywood. That was insane.
So I think he, at this point in time, like, you could take the training wheels off for training. I think he's good enough to go. Just let him go. I know you want to if you want to bring Marcus Malik in there, keep him on the edge, and that's the only place he need to play. Let him. He's great against the run. This would be a great game for him. Start the game off, and because majority of the time I see right now, majority of the time we probably going to be in our base package early in the game because they want to establish the run. Malik is perfect on setting the edge. He knows how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So he's a big dude. He can't play middle linebacker anymore. The dude is too. I look up if I'm not mistaken. I think he's 6'3", about 250, 260.
That sounds about right. And I think you just can't have a guy on the field versus tight end.
You don't need to be playing off the ball like that. You know what I mean?
Oh crap!
Eddie is out there, Chris. What you talking about? He always out there when they go big nickel. He's out there. He almost had a pick. Stop dropping Marcus Williams. If you're gonna drop Marcus Williams into the box, he better be blitzing. I don't even want to cover nobody. He need to be roaming. He hasn't been roaming at all, really, in that back end.
I just got word that there's a dead possum on the porch. I got to get going.
Oh, God. All right, we out.
Thanks for tuning in to the Home Original Sports Perspective. From our Couch to yours. This your Couch Rider Raven. It's my main man, Cam Rubin.
This dub, man.
Hit that like button. I got 33 people in the room. Hit the like button and subscribe.
This dub, man.
Yeah, for sure. Get the dub. I'll see y'all Sunday.
Look at these dubs, brother. Dubs.
Fade to black.
Peace.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, hey, Couch Rider. Hey, we gon' ride out. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White rap for the beat, though.